want me to hold it and follow you around?
I got the GoPro this time.
I know, that's fancy.
We got that for our stand.
But you're not in it now.
I don't really need to. It just needs to be my voice.
Yeah, but it's better if we can see you.
So you guys can sit in the back by the back there. You can sit with your grown-ups either.
Okay.
A fat lap. Okay. Okay. So, don't worry. Like I said, if you don't get a chance to scan the QR codes, I will send all of this presentation and all the links out in an email this evening. Okay. So, first of all, presenting our teaching team. I think I'm the only one in here right now because everybody else is covering other things. But these are the teachers that will be working with your kids this year. I'm Sarah Molesky. I'm the director of the play. I'm the one who you will usually get emails and communications from. Jenny Logan is one of our third grade DLI teachers. Emma Brandon, so you know her as Emma Behrens, is one of our fourth grade ELI teachers. Rachel Linsmeyer-Hart is one of our music teachers. Emily George is one of our fourth grade DLI teachers. Heidi Swatek is our other music teacher that just joined us at Henderson this year. Nolan Fitz is one of our village builders in the school, so he works with a whole bunch of classrooms, and he'll be working with us for the play also. And Amelia Covarrubias is a high school freshman who is a veteran of our program, and once the La Follette School Musical Chicago is done, she'll be joining us and working with our kids once again this year. But she's a cell block girl, so if you're going to go see Chicago, cheer extra loud for Amelia. She's the only freshman who got one of those lead roles. And then crew, which will start in March. The leaders of the crew will be Bryce St. Peter, who's our art teacher, and Shannon Newman, who's one of our fifth grade teachers. So that's our team for this year. Oh, Shannon's in here, blending in over there. So that's our crew for this year, our teaching group. Communication. Almost all of the communication that goes out to everybody will be coming via email. You should have gotten 2 emails from me so far. If you haven't been getting emails from me, that means that I don't have the right email address for you. So, if you haven't gotten any emails from me yet, please make sure that you fill out that QR code that we had first, or that you come talk to me so that I can get your email address updated in our database so that you're getting the important information, because it would be impossible for us to call and text all of you every time we need to communicate. So almost everything will be coming out in email. We'll also send some things on paper if that makes sense to do that, but most things will be coming out on email, and expect 1 to 2 emails from me per week. It shouldn't be like a daily thing. If you have an emergency and you need to reach us during rehearsal, for example, someone else is picking up your child who isn't already on the form to pick up your child, you are stuck in traffic, you have to come get your child because there's some emergency, the roads are getting terrible and you're coming early, feel free to call my cell phone number, and that is also on the bottom of all those emails I'm sending you. It says, got a big purple thing at the bottom that has my phone number and my email and everything else on it. So please use my number to get a hold of us, because we might not get emails if you try to email us during rehearsal times. Okay? Also, if you try to contact us during the day, we're all instructors in the school, and it's impossible for us to take phone calls and things during the day. So please call or text my number if you need to reach us day of rehearsal. Okay? Okay. Important dates. So this is where you get out your calendar, because these are really important. We have rehearsal every day, every Tuesday and Thursday, not every day, unless there's no school, like Tuesday happened to be. Pickup is at 5:30. We ask that you please don't come pick up your child early, because we do work right up until 5:30 every rehearsal. As those of you who have been in the play before know, sometimes we even go to like 5:32. So every Tuesday and Thursday. So please check ahead in your family's schedule as well. So, if your child has soccer starting in March and their practice starts at, 5 o'clock, so you need to pick them up at 4:45. That's not going to work. So please look ahead in your family schedule as well for any conflicts that there might be, and check your family schedule for that. Our community day is tentatively scheduled for Saturday, April 5th from 9 to noon. I will give you more information about that as we know more. And that's a voluntary day for families and the community to come in and help us start our making of costumes and props and other things that we need for the play. Like I said, that's tentative right now. We're getting a couple of things ironed out, but I just want you to get it, hold it on your calendars as a tentative date to know. Our performances, these are crucial. If you're going to your sister's wedding in Pennsylvania this weekend, your child should not be doing the play because they have to be here for the play. So Thursday, May 15th is our performances during the school day, and Friday, May 16th are our evening performances. Please make sure those are on your family calendar. The school day times are to be determined, but the evening shows will be at 5:30 and 7. And your child should be at all the performances. Just like last year, we'll have some students that share a role with a partner, and so they're only in half of the shows. For example, we'll have 2 Willy Wonkas. One Willy Wonka will do 2 shows, and the other Willy Wonka will do 2 shows. That other Willy Wonka should still be at supporting their partner and be at the other show. Tuesday, April 22nd is our student share at the Overture Center. So that's a day when we take a field trip during the school day. We take all 60 kids from the cast and all the kids from the crew. So we take 75 kids down to the Overture Center, and along with the other schools that are doing Overture supported plays, we perform one of our songs on the big stage, on the Capitol Theater stage. It's very exciting. And we get to see what the other schools are doing too, so it's a really fun day. And families are invited to that. They just have you guys sit up in the balcony seats and we're on the floor. So you would plan for your child to ride the bus that day with us, and we can wave to you from the stage, but they keep the families and kids separate for safety and security reasons at the student share. Any questions so far about any of those important dates? I don't have a time for the student share yet. The Overture Center is ironing out a few details for other experiences that might be around it, so we don't have a time yet. It'll be in the morning though, Kate, for sure, but I just don't know what time. Okay, attendance is critical. Like I said, please avoid picking up your child before 5:30. They need to be here right up to the end because we use all of our rehearsal time for rehearsing. Your child should only miss rehearsal if they're sick or for a doctor's appointment. And please let us know. Today we're missing 10 kids who are sick. And we heard from about half of those families, and the other half we had to track down at 3:30 to figure out where those kids were, if they were sick all day or if they got picked up early or whatever. So please let us know, because it's hard for us to track that down, especially at times when lots of kids are sick, like right now. Just shoot me a text, send me an email, say, hey, doctor said we can't be back till Friday or whatever. Just let me know if your child is sick. We do not want them to come and share their germs with the other 60 kids, because then we'll have even more sick kids. But please let us know. If you can avoid scheduling appointments during rehearsal, we appreciate that. But I'm a parent also, and I know that we're scheduling appointments 6 months out right now. So if you have an appointment, we understand. If you're able to bring your child back and to come to part of rehearsal, that's great. But avoid it if you can. And also, like I said, check your spring schedule for the rest of the year up until the middle of May, making sure that your schedule is clear all the way up to the end of rehearsals. Behavior. So we have higher behavior expectations than during the school day. School is mandatory. The school day is mandatory. The play is not. And we have a really limited amount of time with your students. So we have higher expectations for behavior, and things that might be able to slide during the day are not able to slide at rehearsal. So these are the behavior expectations for all students, that they will all sing, dance, and act at every rehearsal, even if they're not feeling it. They will be safe, responsible, respectful, and kind at all times. and that they will do their best with good attitudes. We just had that conversation with all the kids too, so they know. This year, as you saw in the email, we had a record number of students apply to be in the play. We had 95 applications for our 60 spots. The most we've ever had in the past was 65. So I made it very clear to the kids today that anybody who's having trouble with the expectations, whether it's attendance or behavior, we've got 35 kids who will be very happy to take their spot if it's not working out for them. On the other hand, if a kid is feeling like, this isn't what I thought it was going to be, I'm not comfortable with this, or you look at the family calendar, you're like, we're not going to be here for whatever, now is the time to let us know so that we can get another kid in. After February 11th, if a child drops for whatever reason or gets dropped for whatever reason, we can't take anybody off the waiting list. So if your child is feeling like they're not going to be able to fulfill their responsibilities for being in the play, now's the time to tell us, not in March or in April. Now's the time. Okay? Theater Booster Club.
I can talk.
Lachelle, woo! We do have a Facebook page, so if you're on Facebook, please search up Henderson Theater Booster Club. This is the lovely and talented Lachelle Fisher. She's been involved with our theater program for a long time through her kids, and she also is involved with our booster club, so I'm going to let her take it from here.
Good evening, everybody. As Sarah said, my name is Lachelle. I have a 6th grader at Senate who was involved in the play here, and 3rd grader Maya, who is really excited to be part of Willy Wonka this year. We have a booster club because the job of Sarah and Miss Behrens and Maestra George and Miss Lumen and all the other teachers is to really make sure that they are directing and organizing the play. But that doesn't happen on its own, right? So the Booster Club is here to help fundraise, to help with some of the behind the scenes pieces, to volunteer, to do all of these extra jobs so the teachers can focus on the kids and the production of the show. And so fundraising is one of the biggest things we do. So you will hear about some of those opportunities, including one next month that is a trivia night. So we're excited to share more about that with you as well. And so part of it is your involvement as a parent, helping out with some of those things. And part of it is we would love more members of our booster club. And so there are a few folks in here who have been involved over the years or have more recently joined the booster club. We meet every other week for an hour virtually and kind of talk about the fundraising opportunities, talk about the work we're doing to support the teachers at Henderson to make sure that this play is successful. So if you have any interest at all in joining us as a volunteer or as a member of the Booster Club, it's not nearly as formal as it sounds, don't worry. We would love to have you. Mary is up here, Maria, Jen is back in there. I think there's other people in here who have been members of the Booster Club. Kristen is in here somewhere, she's been involved. Pull aside any of us and let us know that you'd just like more information. Otherwise, you will hear from us through email as well. So if you see the Henderson Booster Club email come through, that's us reaching out so we can all do this work together. Anything I missed, team?
I always like to say it costs a lot of money to put on this pre-production. And that's why we have to do fundraising. We actually get $0 from the school or the school district, 0. So all of the money that it takes to put on this show is generously raised by the Booster Club and all of their hard work. So I cannot tell you how much we appreciate it. We're the only elementary school that has a theater Booster Club. And let me tell you, when we go and meet with those other schools for trainings, they are struggling. I don't know how they're continuing to do their plays. Thanks to all of you, we can keep doing what we're doing. We can keep providing this program to your children. So thank you so much.
The date for the trivia night I mentioned is up here. It's February 28th. So if you're putting things in your calendars, add that one too. It's a Friday night. You can either put that on your calendar to participate with the team. My family will not be competing this year, so the trophy is up for grabs. Maya's out in the hallway, but she would be excited to hear me say that. Or to volunteer, because you can also come and help serve food and help, give out raffle tickets and those kinds of things, set it up. So, so either way, so that should go on your calendar. And then in the springtime, we do an egg roll sale that is amazingly supported by Miss Tita, who a lot of you know is a teacher here, teacher, that works. She has an amazing role supporting all of our classrooms and kiddos. And so another opportunity to help out that I'll preview is that during spring break, if you and your family are around, Miss Tita has invited people to come into her space, and she will teach us how to roll these egg rolls and create them for the ones that we have sold. And so opportunities that you can look forward to.
And we'd love for everyone to get involved with the egg roll sale too.
Yeah.
That's our biggest one for everybody to participate in.
Yeah, for sure. So any questions, feel free to ask. That's it.
So thanks, Michelle. Okay, last year and the year before, we got snacks through the Henderson food pantry. So, and some of you don't know, but every other week we have a food pantry, drive-up food pantry out in front of the school, and we would get our snacks through the food pantry, and it was wonderful. And now for some reason they're not offering that opportunity anymore through Second Harvest. So we don't have snacks. So some of you may have seen on the Theater Club Booster Facebook page Amazon list to buy snacks, and it blew my mind. I couldn't keep up with keeping snacks on the list. So if you saw that and you purchased, or you shared it and people you know purchased, thank you so much. We've got about 3 weeks worth of snacks at the rate that the kids go through them. But we could also, they're all things that are like shelf stables, like crackers and things. So if you'd like to help us with snacks, we'd really appreciate it. If you want to get things like apples, oranges, cheese sticks, those things that we have to use the day of. This is a link to a sign-up Genius, and you can pick whichever week you want and bring snacks for about 30 kids. That's about half of our kids. Just so we keep the snack ball rolling. I'll also keep things on that Amazon list that you can go back to. Again, if you can't scan this link from where you are, I'm going to send these links out in an email later today also. So it would be great if we had some families sign up to bring snacks to help feed our kids, because let me tell you, they are starving at 3:30. Like, can I take 2 snacks? Can I take 4 snacks? Wow. That again, if you can't scan this, that's fine. We do have a website that's kind of like a repository for all of the things. So right now what's on there are songs that your kids can start listening to, which I also emailed to you on Tuesday. There's copies of all the things that I'm going to ask you to sign today. There's all of our important dates. We'll put up there's how to get in touch with the Booster Club, how to contact all of us. It's all on our website, and I'll send that out to you today also if you can't get it from here. But we'll keep all those things on there so that you can access them when you need them, or if any questions come up, things like that. That's where you can find all those things. Also, the materials that your student will need to get ready for try-ons will also be housed there. We don't really use Google Classroom very much in the school anymore. That's how I used to push all that out to the kids. So instead, I'm going to push it out through you guys so they can access it at home to get ready for try-ons. Before you leave, there's a packet here. It has 5 pages. Luckily, you don't have to, I'm just gonna, we'll get to that. You don't have to do much with each of the 5 pages other than read them and sign them. The first 3, believe it or not, are photo and video releases. One's for us, one's for the Overture Center, and one's for Disney. If we don't have all 3 of those, your kid can't continue because we take pictures and video all the time. And so we have to have your permission to do that. I know that sounds really terrible, but they won't let them on the stage at the Overture Center without those signed, and they actually check. And then the last 2 are the behavior contract and the attendance contract, and they say exactly what I just told you about being at rehearsals and the behavior expectations. That's just so that we know that everybody's received them, seen them, and is on board. You don't have to stay and sign these today, but if, as a parent, that's what I would do, because I know if I walked out of here with it, it probably wouldn't make it back in my kid's backpack. So we just need you to sign all 5 of these. We've got a giant bag of red pens, courtesy of Miss Lumen. Thank you, Shannon. And so please sign those before you leave. If you can't stay, I get it. Your kids are probably ready to go home. It's been a long day. Take it with you and send it back. Our deadline for getting those back is next Thursday. We may have to extend that because we've had so many kids out, but that's currently our deadline. Questions? You guys, I wasn't that thorough. There's got to be some questions.
Huzzah, go sign your papers.
Okay, if you didn't get a chance to do the sign-in, we really appreciate it because that gives us your kids' t-shirt size and other information we need. I'm going to give a stack of these to Mrs. B in the back, or Miss George in the back. Miss B in the
Okay.
I think we're all clear.
I think we know we have to be there at 7.
Hello, hello.
I thought you were coming to join the booster club, Maria.
Okay.
No, I don't. Do you want to?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Was there did you do that sign-in thing? And did you mark it on there? Okay, good, perfect. Otherwise I know how to find you.
Is Dennis, because I'm married to him, so I can't have him in my classroom here. We do have a student who is, can't complete, but she always brings her.
Did you hear, were you listening up there? Did you hear it when I talked?
Yep.
Did you hear me say that about trivia night? That our family isn't competing this year, so somebody else can win?
Miss Jason has already. Thank you.
Will you go grab a paper from the I need to sign it so we can take pictures of you. Do you want me? I have